Main man, made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. This Saturday night, it goes down, y'all. It goes down. Big one on the horizon for the sport of boxing. Terence Crawford versus Julius Indongo for all the marbles for the total undisputed crown. Hell yeah. What a fight. Two very skillful fighters. Julius Indongo. A year ago, nobody was talking about the man. Nobody. You know what I mean? The dude comes out of nowhere and now is threatening a certified, on a lot of fight fans' lists, the #1 pound for pound fighter. If you don't have him, you have Ward. However you want to spin it. But still threatening such a high-rank, highly skilled fighter. And Julius Indongo, ladies and gentlemen, is the real deal. It ain't no question in my mind about it. Now, don't get me wrong. Julius is still like a bit of a dark horse because there's still questions that remains. But for him to do what he is doing is so rare in today's boxing. You got to do nothing but respect it. I don't care what you say. You got to respect it. For him and Terence Crawford to bring this thing together. Look, how long have we been waiting for Gennady Golovkin to do this? Everybody thought Golovkin was going to be the next one to do it. But, politics, whatever the fuck, got all in the mix and whatever. Then you now got this situation in which Julius Indongo went over to Russia and Moscow and put the pause in that crowd over there by stopping Edward Troyansky early in the first round, putting that man to sleep, knocking the shock into Moscow. It was like you can hear damn near a pin drop in that joint after he dropped him. And the way he dropped him, coming out early, aggressive, throwing a looping shot that came from the damn near the side and just like grazed that chin, but just right. I mean, hit him on the chin just right and put him out. Then he turns right around and goes and fight Ricky Burns, who had the WBA title. Went in his backyard and dominated the man. Had people like, man, who is this dude? And the funny thing about it is that a lot of people wasn't even talking about it while that dude was putting in work. I even took my eye off the ball. And Julius Indongo was putting in work. And what does he do after beating Ricky Burns? Comes right back in the very next fight and takes on Terence Crawford, the other reigning champion at 140. No politics, no hesitation, no obstacles, no bullshit. And goes into the man's backyard. You can't do nothing but respect that. I don't care how you feel about boxing. I don't even care how you feel about the fighters. Who you think will win. You must respect this event, period. We ain't seen this since Jermaine Taylor took it all from Bernard Hopkins. Okay? And before that, 1980? It was a long-ass time. It was a long-ass time. Look, this here, ladies and gentlemen, makes Mayweather-McGregor look like bullshit. Simple. This is what's significant in the sport of boxing. We getting this on ESPN. We don't have to pay a bunch of money, hunt all around the world, fuck all your streams, all that other shit. You getting it on ESPN, man. Everybody got ESPN. If you got basic cable, if you got a streaming service, a Sling TV, whatever, a PlayStation View, whatever you got ESPN. And you get to see this, just like you got a chance to see the Manny Pacquiao, Jeff Horn upset. So you got to respect it. And you got to respect Julius Indongo. Not to say, you also have to show respect to Terence Crawford, because Crawford has been calling for this event for quite some time. This is what he's been wanting. He can take care of this before he heads up to welterweight if he gets the victory. This is huge. This is fucking huge. This is a big deal, man. So I'm saying congratulations to both fighters before the opening bell, because for giving us this is a huge treat for boxing fans. All the belts under one man. Under one man. Triple G, you couldn't get it done. You chasing that cash right now. Terence Crawford and Julius Indongo deserves boxing statues for this move. You know what I'm saying? Put them next to where they took Rocky down, right? So put them on Mount Rushmore, man. Like this is awesome. Stylistically, Julius Indongo against Troyansky and against the earlier footage that I have seen on him, he's always fought the same. So I'm sure he's been getting better at each fight. A tall, rangy southpaw with a good work rate that loves to go downstairs with a good jab. He measures you very, very well, but he can be inaccurate at times. He does miss a lot of shots, and in my opinion, keeps a lot of shots out there too long because he does it by lunging and by using his height. So some shots he snaps a lot of his shots back at good timing, but a lot of them hang out there. And we haven't seen him countered by a top-level fighter. And Terence Crawford countering ability, where he can play either aggressor or boxer. We've seen him do it in many different ways, many different styles, where he can adapt to that and do it very well. So stylistically, this fight is interesting. Julius Indongo is an awkward fighter. It can be an awkward fighter also. A rangy southpaw that moves. He bounces. He comes in from angles. You can't really stand right there in front of him because he unloads. A lot of inaccurate shots, which is why he possibly didn't stop a lot of his previous opponents. But the stoppage against Troyansky shows that that's getting better. And those looping shots, he got him down packed. Terence Crawford is not going to be able to stand right there and tighten up in front of Julius Indongo. Terence Bud Crawford's timing is going to have to be solid for this fight. Very solid. Which Terence Crawford can do once he gets your timing down. He can be a slow starter. I don't know how wise that would be against Indongo, because Indongo is going to look to work hard. He's hungry. He's determined. He's motivated. He's representing his country of Namibia. What he's doing for his country of Namibia by giving them so much. This is probably the most publicity that part of the country has had in so long. Hats off to Julius Indongo. But he's going against a perennial skilled fighter. We didn't get a chance to see much against him against Troyansky, stylistically. And he dominated Ricky Burns, whom is not the most hardest puncher. We all know that. Ricky Burns, he's been in there a lot of tough fights. Terence Crawford dominated him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't shy away from a hard fight, and he wins some, he loses some. But he doesn't, has the power ability to keep you honest. And on top of that, if you can outbox him and become aggressive towards Ricky Burns, that's detrimental towards him. And that's what he did. But Terence Crawford, you can do neither one of those. So that's the dark horse aspect of Julius Indongo, in my opinion. Anyone who knows more about Indongo and can say he's the real deal, then you can put that in the comment section. I'm not 100% sure. But I like what I see on him. I love his heart. I love his attitude. I love what he's done for the sport. I love what he's doing for his country. I have nothing but respect for him, win, lose, or draw at this point. He's a humble guy. I like that. And it's going to be interesting. This is a hard fight to call, y'all. Because, you got to show that much respect to Indongo. And for him going straight and putting it all on the line with Crawford like this, like he's just going straight at Crawford. And he's an older fighter. He's 34 years old? He's an older guy. So he ain't got no time to waste. He's kicking it in gear. 34 years old. Let's get to business. I got belts. What's up, man? I'm trying to fight for the other belts. Let's get it on. I'm trying to be that dude. Nothing but respect for that, man. Nothing but respect for that. So, interesting fight. Don't miss it. We doing a post-fight video for this fight, man. Shit, man. This fight, we even probably be live for this fight watching it. Because this fight is the shit. Terence Crawford hasn't even been this tested in a lot of fight fans' minds in a minute. Because Victor Postol was tall and rangy, but he was stiff. He was a freaking mummy. Indongo is far from a mummy, ladies and gentlemen. He moves, he measures, he jabs in 2 to 3 times at a time. He flicks it out there, but sometimes he flicks it out there and leave it out there. A little bit too long for my taste. And that's why I say it's going to be interesting to see what Indongo does. So to the next video, Main Man, Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man, Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man, Made Man. Oh, I forgot prediction. Prediction. Oh, man. Such a tough fight, man. Prediction. I got to go for what I know. I'm going to say Terence Crawford wins by a decision. I don't think he stops Indongo. I think he actually shows Indongo a lot of respect as the fight progresses on. But I need to see the engine level. How does he take hard shots? I just haven't seen enough of that. And I know exactly what Terence Crawford can do. I just got to bet from that aspect. I'm going to call it from that aspect. For those who may know much more about Julius Indongo, know the work he's put in is real, knowing that he is the real deal, the creme de la creme, then explain why you say that. But as right now, I'm betting on Terence Crawford because at the same time, Terence Crawford has not hesitated on taking this fight as well. He's marched right into this thing head first, like it is what it is. I'm putting it all on the line myself. He's ran away from nothing. I'm hoping this fight do major numbers, man, on ESPN. I really am, man. This is the fight. This is possibly, next to Canelo Triple G, this is the second most significant fight in boxing. Some may even rank it first, the most significant fight this year in boxing. And I ain't mad at you. But I'm going to rock with Terence Crawford by decision. Majority, unanimous, either way. I think he wins this thing about, give or take, I'd give it to him 8 rounds to 4, possibly even a 7 rounds to 5. And that's my call. So to the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, MadeMan511. Peace out.